Hello, welcome to Find You Fridays. It's me, Lorene, and I'm feeling great, as you can tell. Just boogieing along with the music. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing super, super well. You know, it's a great day out there. Oh, dearie me. Hi, Melinda. Hello. Hope you're doing super well. I hope this weather is treating you well. I was wondering, Melinda, did you see that apparently there was a wee earthquake up at Monarto, centered in Monarto. Let me just double check. What was it? Map of earthquakes today. Did you know that you could even see that? So let me just zoom in on the Monarto one. No, I can't find it that way. It was only a little one. I had to just laugh when I saw it because it was something like 2 point something, 2.8 maybe. Very, very light. And then I see in New Zealand, I had to giggle because in New Zealand on Thursday evening, they had a 4.9 magnitude earthquake. And I can almost guarantee that in New Zealand, even the New Zealanders would have been going, oh yeah, okay, it's an earthquake. Sweet ass. Meanwhile, in Adelaide, they're like, oh my God, there was an earthquake. Oh my God. It's just really funny for me, who grew up near the base of the mountains, you know. And you heard about it on the news. Cool. I did see some comments there saying, oh, it's just the elephants, you know, just having a bit of a stomp around, which probably was, to be fair, because it was just so little in comparison to what other parts of the world get on a regular basis. Hello, Debbie. Happy Friday. Tonight's tea is the Puka Womankind, which is a mix of hibiscus, rose, and cranberry. Feels appropriate. Hello, Holly. I have been great. Wonderful and great. And just feeling really, really fortunate that I have the life that I have, that the choices that I've made have been the choices that I've made, and that all those choices, hello, Edwina, all those choices have led me to being right here, right now, and with you all. So, mwah. Yes, Debbie, you are first off the ranks tonight, so I appreciate that very much. And then Edwina will be in the next one in the lines after you. Okay, so thank you, darling. I really do appreciate it when you guys donate before the show, because it's like, oh, cool, the energy of the show is already building, and it means that you guys get to be, you know, earlier on and a little bit less jibber jabber from me. All right. So on that note, let's get on to our while I'm getting our cards ready for our weekly reading. How have you all been? How did the full moon go for you all? Were you finding yourselves a little bit like, there's been some massive Sherman residence stuff going on this week. apparently there's probably going to be another big hit, probably maybe in the next few days, because the sun has had this big opening and sort of blasted a whole bunch of energy at Earth again, maybe a day or so ago. So in the next couple of days, we're going to have another big sort of like of energy through. So that's exciting. Lots of things are just sort of helping us move along, you know. So, yep. But I'd love to know, how did you guys cope with the full moon and all the energies moving around? Okay, which deck wishes to come play? To start off with. Oh, okay. That's different. But we shall trust. We shall trust. Okay, what do we require to know for this next week? Down the South Island, apparently there was some aurora borealis, aurora australis, that you would have been able to see last night, I think it was saying. Melinda said, I just realized it's probably why I slept so shithouse last night, because of the full moon, and I have been wiped out all day today. Oh, yes. The full moon in all of its glory. It was absolutely incredible. I ended up on Wednesday night, because Wednesday night was the full moon. But of course, we still had shadow period last night. And the so on Wednesday, pretty sure it was Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. I was at a job where they're a landscaping company, and I was putting some rubbish in the bin, and I noticed that they had these big plastic pots, and they're probably about 40 centimeters across, sort of, a good size pot. And they have them on their like these small trees and things before they like plant them out and they're on their jobs. And there was probably about half a dozen, maybe a few more than that. I sort of wandered inside and I said, would it be all right if I had some of those? And I said, they're just in the bin. And they're like, yeah. So I grabbed 3, and I intend to, Melinda, put my mint in there. Then on the exact same day, I ended up getting some of those little mini herbs and veggies and things that you got from the supermarket things. So there was somebody who had gathered a whole bunch of them and never ever used them. So I'm like, sweet. She's like, would you like them for your pots or whatever? And I was like, sure, why not? So I got those, and then on Wednesday night, I asked my landlady if it would be all right if I grabbed some of the spare soil that's floating around the property, and she says, yeah, sure, go for it. So I did a mixture of this and a little bit of layer of this and some of that and some chicken poop and some some ash stuff, and just made a really good sort of layered mixture. Nice little bundle of stuff, and it was all under the moonlight. So I was gardening when it got dark. It was quite fun. Hello. Hello, Sarah. So nice to have you with us, even if you are in insomnia. Okie dokie. Hello, Malik. Malik Maran. Edwina, I've been tired and had sore body. Just received muscle realignment therapy today. Oh, fantastic. Feeling much lighter now. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Good to hear. Okie dokie. Let us see. What do we require to know for this week coming? Okay. This is going to be a little bit more complicated for me because you guys are more complicated today. We've got tarot for our first reading. So let us have a look at these lovely cards for the reading for this week to come, being from the 8th of November through to the 14th. Ooh, guess what? I get to put up my Christmas tree tomorrow. Maybe not. We'll see. I might have to, I think I might even be in Sophia Code tomorrow. So maybe not tomorrow, maybe Sunday. I put up my tree, but that's okay. Okay. So this week to come, obviously, we're through the full moon. We're sitting in, a waning moon. So things should sort of be settling down again. However, we are in the star sign of Scorpio. Scorpio world. Timmy's like, tomorrow? Okay, here's the cool thing about Adelaide. Adelaide, it is tradition here that on the weekend of the pageant, any time from that point onwards, you can put up your Christmas tree. And it was only a few years ago that I realized that this was a thing here. And I was like, really? Excellent. Because in my home growing up, we didn't put up the tree until after my brother's birthday on the 5th of December. So once his birthday was done, then we could put up the Christmas tree. But now I don't have to worry about those rules. I make the rules for my house, and I kind of like the fact that my tree can go up in November. Because it's quite the event for me putting up my Christmas tree. So yes, and I know I'm not really going to be around next weekend. All right, the first card we've got for this week to come. Now, just given that this is the first card, and it is a nice major arcana card. We're looking at the Emperor. And of course, the Emperor is talking about strength and guidance and stability. But the thing that struck me about this card as I was looking at it in the basis of this reading was his eyes are actually looking to the past. It's the first card in the reading, and his eyes are looking to the past, which is telling me that this is a week where you're going to be reflecting a lot on the things that you have done in the past. Maybe there's some acknowledgement happening in there, and just to take a moment to see how far you have come in your healing journey. Okay, this is from pretty much now onwards. You'll find a lot of people are sitting in that space of going, well, it's nearly at the end of the year. What have I done this year? I've still got some time to move some energy on some stuff. It's a really great reflection time. And it's not about beating yourself up. It's not about seeing, and judging yourself. It's more of, okay, what else would I like to make improvements on before the end of the year? Because the other thing that I've taken notice in this card today is the fact that his left leg his left knee is uncovered. And in the way that this is reading, it's like there's a lot of forward movement. And being that that's his left leg that is being shown, it's like, what of your feminine aspects are ready to be seen now? What is it that is ready to come up and lead rather than being held back? Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for this next week. Don't be surprised if you feel a little bit more The other thing that's coming out of that is the headstrong part of you. There's a lot of ram symbols around his throne, right? And that's just struck a chord with me. So I'm looking at that going, just be aware of where you might be trying to be a little bit too headstrong and not leading enough with your feminine side. Okay. Hi, Tamara. All right. So how funny. I've just said, be careful about being too headstrong this week. This card here has always been a bit of a funny one for me. And from the point when I started learning it. So in relation to this week to come, there's a lot of moments. We've got the Ace of Wands, okay? And there's a lot of moments where there's possibilities of spiritual advancement, okay? Spiritual growth. And because that's what the Wands is all about, all right? And when I look at the clouds, it's like nice and light and fluffy, and there's going to be some moments there where you're going to look forward to the week ahead and kind of be more aware of the signs, the symbols, the moments where you kind of go, oh, I think I might like to take a bit of a deeper dive and figure out what that's about, or maybe there's some concept, some modality that has been sort of tugging at you, some spiritual development modality that is coming up for you, that has been for a little while. Perhaps this is the week to start that, because you're still a little ways from Christmas, and yet this is that nice in between time where you can start ramping up for Christmas, but you can also still do education, advancement, all that sort of stuff. Okay, so have a look and see what is popping up for you, and what else can you do to have your body home, the home that is your body, be sacred and cherished and pure. Okay, because that's the other thing I see is right back here is this little wee, and I see it at this moment as a crystal tower. Okay, so looking at that, where can you treat your body like the crystal tower that it truly is, the beautiful place. All right. Interesting things coming forward. The next card we have is the Nine of Pentacles. So there's going to be a bit of a dreaminess to you this week. Okay, but it's also very grounding. Pentacles is about connection with earth. Yes, it can be about money and abundance and all of that sort of thing too. So there may be some abundance coming for you this week. Who knows? But I also look at this card of it's just so serene. There's a lot of beautiful admiration, which runs along the same lines of the Emperor, just looking back to where they've come from. Yep. And this card is looking where you're going to. So towards the end of next week, you might be finding yourself looking forward more and seeing how far you can fly. So this is also a time of taking off the little hood of your eyes, take it away and let yourself fly. All right, stop holding yourself back and keep moving forward. Okay, and the money, as you drop more and more into your happiness, into your place of peace and calmness, you will find that your abundance will keep coming towards you. All right. Last card for the week to come is another Pentacles card. And this is an indication that we have the Three of Pentacles. For next week, it's about collaboration. It is about a little bit of hard work. It's about creativity. It's about allowing yourself the chance to be seen and heard. And that collaborative aspect of working with other people, allowing other people to contribute to you and you contribute to them. Okay. So you might find that there's maybe if you're in a working environment or in a group environment, maybe there's been some little weird rumbles or ripples in the last few weeks. It may all start working out smoothly this week. And everybody has been feeling it a little bit with all the solar flares and the comets and the planets. And, we've had, the Seven Sisters and the full moon meeting up this month or this week. We've had just so many different things going on that a lot of people have been feeling it, right? So I think I feel like this week things are going to start settling down and people are going to start feeling like they're working towards the same goal again. Okay. So that's going to be a nice little shift. So if there's any little weird quabbles or strange things going on at work, I feel like things are just going to start smoothing out this week. All right. Let us have a look at our lovely, yummy cards. We haven't used the tarot much lately, so that's nice to have a bit of a play with the tarot. Literally jumped out. Hope. Hope, hope, hope. In case you were wondering, hope. Keep that in the forefront of your mind this week, that you do have hope. You are hopeful, and it's beautiful to have hope in this world. Okay, Tamara, you'll be third off the ranks today. Alrighty. So hopefully that helps you all, guys. And it's going to be a lovely moment of reflection, I think, and then forward movement. So don't be surprised over the next couple of days if you're sort of feeling a little bit like taking things a bit slower. It's not surprising. It is a full moon energy, and it's a really great time for reflection and for nurturing and nourishing, and just like we do with the garden, giving yourself that moment of manuring, nourishing your soils. I don't want to think about, spreading shit on you, but here we go. Oh, dear. Tamara, I hope you're doing well, apart from forgetting your head. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's fine, Tamara. I'm pleased you're here. It's so good to have you. All right, Debbie, would you please be able to put your question in the chat? That would be amazing. Thank you. Yeah, that would be incredible. Cool. So as you can see, guys, this is Debbie, and she is over on YouTube. Yay! We love YouTubes. Which cards would like to come and play? Tamara says, hi, Debbie. Because Debbie's on YouTube, so she can't see the Facebook thing. So I've just passed it on for you. You're welcome. Had an absolutely amazing session today. Another lovely online session. It was awesome. Oh, last weekend, while I'm bringing out Debbie's cards, I got to go to the Saddleworth markets, like I told you guys, and it was so lovely. And here's a funny thing that I realized while I was there, because we ended up getting a lovely gift from one of the stall holders. We got a lovely gift of an extra jar of honey. And then over at the beef jerky stall, we ended up getting a near on full packet of beef jerky. And I was just like, whoa, I feel so lucky today. There's just so much goodness in the air. And what I realized is it was because I was feeling, and the lovely gentleman friend that I was with were both feeling really blissed out and happy. And when you're feeling blissed out and happy, people just really wish to contribute to you. And it's not that you're expecting it. It just kind of happens. And you're like, oh, wow, which makes you feel even more blissed out and happy, right? And what I realized is that this is where that energy of money follows happiness, it's like that concept comes from, right? Because you're just spacious and people wish to contribute more to that. Whereas if you're somebody who's wandering around feeling like the victim, or blaming everybody else, or not taking responsibility for your own journey, and not feeling grateful and all of that sort of stuff, people are less likely to wish to contribute in their openness to that, to you, because they're just like, oh, the energy feels, and I just really saw it dynamically last weekend. And I know that, and I see it fairly often at work too. Like you'll get the people who, because I'm like this at work, especially with the older clients and things, and just sort of light and fluffy and chatty and just get down and do my work. But at the same time, we have a good combo. And when I'm like this, I can see it with the clients. I especially love to make sure I have a cup of tea and a cake and a bicky or something. And they get really upset if they can't give that to me. And then on the days, if I'm not feeling quite so up, if I'm feeling a little bit flat, they will stay away. And I'm like, that's interesting, because you wouldn't necessarily see them as being particularly woo-woo aware, but people know. They pick up on your energy. So just wanted to share that with you too. Ooh, you got some cool cards, my love. Okie dokie. Debbie, Melinda says, hi, Debbie, with a heart smiley face, and then a star, and then a star eyes smiley face, and then stars going like this, and then a purple star, and then a prayer, and then a rainbow. Just in case you want to know. It would have been easier for me to just put it up on the screen, but no. That was way more fun. All right, Debbie, your first card is a well-deserved reward, which the key words are discipline, gracious, compassion, and satisfaction. Your efforts are paying off. When this card appears, it suggests that you have seen or will soon find relationships falling into place. It hasn't always been easy, but you had the discipline to persevere. As you worked to create fulfilling relationships, you sometimes had to give more than you would have liked, but you have seen the positive results of that action. You kept the ultimate goal in mind. Sorry, carries on over the page. Be proud of yourself. You've shown that you're self-reliant and confident. You're entering a phase of your life where your dealings with others will become effortless. Be considerate and compassionate in your interactions. There is less need for confrontation now. Diplomacy is the better approach. As you move forward, expect to feel satisfaction with your accomplishments regarding love in its many aspects. You're being blessed for hard work. So that's pretty cool. That's a really great start. All right. Success, huh? There are some really great cards here for you. Really, really great. Interesting. This is very much in line with the Ace of Wands as well. Dedicated. Oh, no, we're on a different. Okay, I've got to find it. Nope. Nope. There we go. Found it. This is a Heart Tarot deck. And isn't that funny how I identified that? I was like, this feels very much like the Ace of Wands that we just had in the group reading, right? It had that same sort of feel. And it is literally from the spirit deck of Violet with the Violet border, which is the Wands part of this deck. So the keywords are accomplishment, speed, resolution, and progress. The energy of manifestation is around you now, and you're being moved forward in a positive way. Stay focused on your heart. When this appears, success is at hand. It may happen quickly. Your past efforts are being rewarded. This is a time of new, flourishing relationships and successful resolutions to conflict and struggle. Conflict and struggle. There we go. This is also an ideal period for greater understanding and personal growth. Listen expectantly for messages that will help you to see yourself and others in fresh and positive light. These messages can come from anywhere: your spirit guides, nature, books, or even television. They bring new beliefs about love and what is possible. Old ways of thinking and being are coming to an end. Plant these new ideas as seeds and watch them take root and grow. That is brilliant. Yes. I see all of that. So you're getting some really good feedback about there's obviously something brewing in your world to do with other people and potentially work, I'm guessing, career type stuff. And it's all sort of working its way out. You're going to be successful with whatever you're choosing to do there. Okay, let me see. That's indigo border, green border. We have your third card, which is Share the Love. This is from the cups. So it's emotions. So the cups. Cool. Love it. Share the love. Keywords of friendship, celebration, rejoice, and community. You are entering a period of joy and tranquility. Success, joy, tranquility. Oh, I love all of this for you, my love. However, this card speaks of friendship rather than romance, suggesting that this is an opportune time to connect with friends. For the time being, let go of any desires, anxiety, or stress around romantic relationships. Instead, focus on your relationships with your friends. Turn to them for support if you need it, and find reasons to celebrate with them. Rejoice in the fact that they'll always be there for you and you for them. Community is also important at this time. Get out of your house and away from your own concerns. How can you positively contribute to your community? Reach out to your neighbors. Is there an activity group or support group that you've thought about joining? Do it now! This is a great way to meet new people who could turn into lifelong friends. Feel the joy of connecting with others and sharing your love in that way. Love it. This is all very, very, very positive stuff. Very positive. All right. Yes. And number 7. Oh, no, it's not that one. Okay, I now got to find the last one. I wish they would number them slightly differently or however. It's like it's just fun. Nope. Nope. Oh, okay, that makes sense. There's a whole section at the back called chakra cards. And you got a chakra card. So, okie dokie. Look at that. You got the crown chakra. So your key facts are your color is violet. So for the next week or so, maybe it might be a good idea to bring a bit more violet color into your world. The sound note is none, but can be used. The element is thought. The gland is the pineal gland, and the keywords are I know. Okay, so the crown chakra is located at the top of the head and has been called 1,000-petaled lotus or the receiver of light. This chakra is the center of your link with the universe, the infinite, and your higher consciousness. It's the connection between wisdom and spiritual insight. The crown center is the area where the ethereal light and energy are received and then dispersed throughout your aura for total well-being. To enhance this chakra, sit quietly and visualize a lotus bud at the top of your head. As the bud blossoms, see a shower of whitish violet sparkling light shining down from the universe onto the lotus, filling it and nourishing it. When complete, simply let the vision fade. Expanding this chakra opens you to receiving the ultimate bliss, divine love. Take comfort in knowing that you are cherished. So it's time to do some work with your crown chakra and just let it contribute. Let your higher self and your oversoul contribute to your beautiful human existence and your beautiful being. Okay? Bring some more of that beautiful violet light down and through your system. So in case you're wondering, this was the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. It's this one here. Okay. In case you were curious, let's have a look at your yummy cards. So I can quite honestly say from that, there's a lot of really beautiful success information coming through there. You've quite clearly been working on something behind the scenes. And whatever that is, it's going to be fairly successful. Just keep your mind clear. Don't go into too much monkey mind around stuff. Keep connecting in the way of community and friendship and stuff like that. And everything is going to come up roses by the looks of that, or lotuses as the case may be. And Tamara and Melinda, Debbie says, hi, red heart, love heart, blue love heart, purple love heart, and then red love heart with stars. Oh, couldn't have picked it if I tried. Do you see that? It says heart. So throughout all of this, whatever you're doing, Debbie, keep being in your heart space. Okay, listen deeply and thoroughly to your heart, whatever comes forward, and take note of where your heart may still be acting from a little bit of trauma, but more often than not, the heart is just open. It doesn't tend to be trauma. It's the ego that tends to go into trauma. So keep coming back to the heart, let it be open, and keep tapping in. So, couldn't have picked that if I tried. There we go. Thank you for your beautiful donation. Thank you, Debbie, for contributing to Find You Fridays and to me, to Crafting Possibilities. And I'm so grateful for you tuning in and trusting me to do a reading for you. Hope you had as much fun with it as I did. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Keep coming back to your heart. Edwina, you're next, my dear. What would you like? Debbie says, fabulous reading. All that goodness is very much welcome. Thank you so much. Lovely, lovely. You're so welcome. See, I'll show you. And then all the hearts. That is so cool. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate you too. Edwina, who wishes to come and play with a Edwina today? Ooh. Very cool. Where is Edwina? Edwina. I love it. You guys are just so cute. See, look at this. We got all the symbols. Isn't that cute? And then we got all the symbols. So cute. I love it. Oh dear. Super cute. I really am looking forward to getting my tree out. I think I know where I'm going to put it too. So, which is, I thought it might be in a different spot, but then I completely rearranged my lounge room about probably 4 or 5 months ago. So now it's going to be in a different spot to what I was originally going to put it. But that's cool. Hi from South Africa. Hi from South Africa. Hello, South Africa. That's so cool. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know where Edwina is gone. Where are you, Edwina? Maybe she went to the bathroom. Pageant day tomorrow means putting up the Christmas tree for us. Yes, I know. My Debbie was very confused while I was talking about putting up the Christmas tree in November. That's not common in New Zealand to put up the Christmas tree in November. Not unless you had it up from last year. It just hasn't ever come down. That would be the case in my mum's house. Mind you, I was the one that used to love putting up the tree, so wouldn't be surprised she doesn't have it up at all. There's Edwina. What would my spirit team like me to know this week? This is a very good question. Mm-hmm. No, I don't think it applies anywhere else in Australia either. I'm almost certain it's a South Aussie tradition, but I love it. And I'm saying, why the heck not? I'm quite happy to get along with that tradition. I think it's a jolly good one. a bit of a flavor shift in my brain. I have Celtic sea salt in my water, but I didn't realize I put quite as much in that I did. And it's a little bit of a shift in flavors in my mouth, even though I knew I was changing flavors. So I'm going to go back to my tea for a moment. I wonder if I should video putting up my tree again, like do a time lapse and then show you guys next week. Because it's quite fun. I like putting it up, but I'm very particular. You wouldn't have guessed that, would you? So the cards you have tonight are the Shaman's Dream Oracle. So these cards are the cards that I used last Christmas when I went camping by myself, and I pulled one card per month for the year. And I haven't checked it out. Actually, I haven't checked it out for what happened in October, but every single card that I pulled for the year so far has been spot on. So this deck is very, very potent. It's right up there with the Heal Yourself Oracle from Ina Segal. Like, it's got that real sort of potent kick-ass kind of energy to it. So buckle up, buddy. So let's have a look and see what it says. You know, it has all the things. But yeah, they're it is by Alberto, oh gosh, Velodo, and Colette Barron Reed. That's the box there. Okay. There's quite a lot of cards too. It's a 64 deck card deck. It's a good chunky lot. Alrighty. Interesting. Not sure if you were here for the weekly reading, but I feel like if you weren't, you might want to go back and have a little read of that one, have a listen of that one too, because this card here, the Unmarked Trail, has come up as your first card, which is the Revelation. Okay, an unprecedented experience, discovery, and revelation. You are called now to embark on a sacred journey. The Arthurian Knights, in their quest for the Holy Grail, had to make sure to take an unmarked trail that no one had ever followed, or they would not accomplish their goal. Likewise, you must enter the darkest forest of your soul via a route as yet unidentified to find what you seek. The manicured paths will bring you only temporary pleasure and later great pain. Stop it. You already know there is no reward at the end of the road you are following. You are only killing time. Pause, breathe, and commit in your heart to a sacred endeavor. Vow not to look for old solutions that may have worked with your past challenges. Get out of character, try the outrageous, and keep your quest private. Now is not the time to speak the voice that called you to embark on the unmarked trail. That time will come. The unmarked trail can be a sign that you have already made a choice, even if you do not want to acknowledge it. Be at peace with what your heart knows to be true. Your heart has already been made up, and your mind will follow. Pack lightly, taking with you only essential beliefs that you know will be trustworthy under all circumstances. The universe has your back. So there's some big stuff cropping up for you, darling. And along with the group reading, the collective reading at the start of the show, this is about reflection as well. Where have you come from? What have you tried that hasn't worked? What have you tried that has worked? And then looking at what have you never ever tried before? And this is about what have you tried for yourself and with yourself. Okay. How are you interacting with the world, and what would you prefer it to be? Okay. And you might find that this pathway is one that the reason why it's so weird and unusual for you is because you are breaking away from the pathways of your familial, your ancestral lines. Okay. And that is an unmarked path for you because you don't have any previous guidance or trailblazers, pioneers into this for you. So this is going to be a bit different for you, what you're choosing. Okay. They are a good one, aren't they, Tamara? They're potent. Or are you talking about the Heal Yourself deck? Because they're both pretty full on. Perfect Storm. This card, I find this card to be, it's a little bit like the Tower card in the tarot, in that there's a lot of like, ooh, when you see it, right? But at the same time, there's a lot of positivity that comes from it if you're willing to look. Okay. The Perfect Storm, an invitation to act now, the courage to step into life, sheltering from turbulence. When the perfect storm appears, it cautions you to be ready for an exciting, if turbulent, time, like taking an unmarked trail, perhaps. The winds are picking up, and you need to make sure that you are close to the eye of the storm, or you'll be buffeted by the gusts that may take you far from where you need to be. The key is to remain centered and balanced and bear witness as the forces build in intensity. Notice how the loose stuff is starting to fly around and recognize how little of it you truly require. Let go of those thoughts, beliefs, and attitude that clutter your heart and cloud your mind. Then the storm will be absolutely perfect for you. If you wonder what you might lose during the perfect storm, know that it is those things that we are most attached to that are taken first, as if life were trying to unburden us of our righteous self-importance. Let it all go with the wind. The less you resist the change brought by the perfect storm, the happier you will be. Ride the winds to your next destination, embrace the rain or the snow, and remember that every time you try to argue with nature, you lose. The perfect storm can also be a call for you to seize the moment. There may be a great opportunity that you require to take advantage of right now. Carpe diem. Time is of the essence. It may be gone shortly, so do not hesitate. Go ahead, bite off more than you can chew, and take the storm on in all of its terrifying greatness. Experiencing the fullness of life, you will succeed. Okay, so if we add that to the previous card, this journey that you have to take, you will succeed in it. So it's very likely that there is a really lovely upgrade coming for you and that you are stepping into right now. And this upgrade is going to see you going places that you never thought before. So like even with your massage, your muscle release stuff that you did today, I get the sense that's kind of like stepping forward into this new space and place that your body and being, your soul is asking for you to do, this soul journey. Okay. Beloved, radical acceptance. Isn't that a wicked card? Wicked good. The object of affection, loving what is, radical acceptance. When the beloved appears, it requires 100% of your heart, body, and soul. Don't try to squeeze the beloved into your schedule. Stop the busyness and receive the one you have been waiting for. Know that this card comes as a mirror to show you the divine within and invite your radical acceptance of everything you consider beautiful or ugly in your being. The beloved may not be a person at all. It may be a business venture, a project, or an adventure calling for your full attention. Love it, let it light you up, and give it your all. Surrender to this truth and know that you are gaining a passport to bliss, even when it feels that you are being consumed by the fire of beloved. Do not hold back or be afraid, for you will emerge transformed. Surrender is the key. Allow yourself to be loved. Usher the harsh critic out the door and shut your eyes and ears to the judgment of others who have not been ignited by the divine blaze consuming you, for they will only attempt to douse your fire and leave you choking on the smoke. Be careful you are not seduced by false promises or falling prey to your extraordinary ability to sabotage your dreams and desires. Sink with and sink into your heart and trust your sense of what is true, and you will know what to do. The true beloved is never false. Every gift proffered is valuable. Recognize the many faces of the beloved and welcome them into your heart. You will be so glad that you did. I can honestly tell you, last year I wouldn't have understood this card at all. I would have gone, oh, yay. I now get it. Okay. This is about you finding that loving place within you, the place of safety within you, the place of peace and calm within you, where you can literally be embodying the element of absolute blazing hot fiery love throughout your body, and also the peacefulness of that as well. And when you find that place of absolute peace, even in amongst the fire of your heart, you are transformed. And everything around you will change because you are different. You're receiving things differently. And you'll be interacting with people a lot differently. When we look at the polyvagal system, here's a little something I prepared earlier. All right. So you've got your ventral vagal up here, which is like your light and bright and positive and happy, and you kind of that energy of I've got this. You've got your sympathetic vagal, which is where you're in fight and flight, and you're mobilized, you're kind of anxious, you're agitated, frantic, defensive, or aggressive. That's sitting in your sympathetic system. That's where things get done really quick. Right, so that then you can move back into your ventral vagal system where you can just kind of cruise along again. If you keep going down further into your dorsal vagal system, which is where you're immobilized, you sit into freeze and fawn, you're collapsed, you're numbed, you're overwhelmed, you're depressed, hopeless, and have disassociation going on. When you're sitting down amongst this, particularly between these two here, you can't find safety within your heart and in your body. It's almost impossible to get there. And it's not until you start moving back up this way and you manage to sort of touch into the ventral vagal that you can then really become comfortable with the fire of your heart and find that safety within and know that this is the place that you're meant to be. For so many of us, especially women, we sit here a lot. If you're somebody who is actively a people pleaser, you'll be sitting in this a lot in your sympathetic vagal system. And when you're somebody who is dealing with a lot of depression and stuff like that, yep, you're sitting in here. If you don't regularly sit up in the I'm actually just really cool and chill, and it's not a I'm just saying it thing, it's like you honestly feel it within yourself and you're connecting really well with others and stuff like that. If you're not feeling like that, you can guarantee you're somewhere down here. Okay, so this whole unmarked trail, the perfect storm and everything is helping you to move back up into here. All right, just to give you a little bit of extra awesomeness. And the funny thing is that your last card, except for being the yummy card, is, funnily enough, Lost Compass. Getting back to integrity, finding the way home, and trusting intuition. When the Lost Compass appears, it is a sign that you need to find your way back home, back to your source and center. Can I just say source and center? Relying on your intuition to arrive there. Be wary of the signs telling you to turn here or there, or to avoid this or that person or situation, because outward indicators are not reliable right now. Be careful not to believe all the advice you are receiving. Rely instead on your innate sense of direction and guidance, and use your homing instinct to lead you true. The Lost Compass has come to show you that you need to find new counselors. You are not getting the mentoring you need for success. Who is that person you are looking up to as a model for what it means to be a woman or a man? Trash that ideal, tear up the picture you carry around in your mind. You are meant to be you, not the best copy of your dearest friend. Make this your mantra: love me or leave me. The Lost Compass is a blessing in disguise, because you sometimes have to lose your bearings and find yourself afresh to discover a new course. True north never changes, so reset your way to your heart's compass and trust your deepest feelings even when others do not support them. Remember that you are not lost, you simply do not know where you are going right now. Lost is a state of mind. Not knowing where you are going is an opportunity to find a new path. Okay, so I think that just rounds that out quite nicely. You are definitely on a beautiful journey, and it is all about coming back to your heart, your intuition, your awareness centers, and trusting you. You've had a lot of moments where you've, over your lifetime, where you have been encouraged to not listen to you. And now your higher self is saying, hey, that doesn't work anymore. We're not going to put up with that anymore. It's time to come back to you. It's time to come back to your heart and to listen to what's true for you. To become aware of it and listen. Okay. Okay, let's get your yummy card out. Forgiveness is your card, your yummy card. All right, and so with that, it's about the forgiveness, not necessarily of other people. It's a forgiveness of yourself too. Sometimes when we are in healing sessions, right, and there's moments where, like, maybe you've made a whole bunch of choices and you kind of go, oh, and you're beating up on yourself for making those choices, one of the greatest things you can do is to forgive yourself. Like all those moments, and this is not just for you, Edwina, it's for all of us, right? We make choices, and sometimes those choices work out really well, and sometimes they don't. And in the times that and actually both ways, we learn things. We learn what works, we learn what doesn't work, we learn what feels not great and what feels lovely. And all of that becomes knowledge. But if you continue to judge yourself or judge other people, it puts a really big wonk in your progression and in your journey. It's like putting extra bricks in your knapsack or in your hiking pack. It's time to let that go. Let go of the judgment, let go of the pain and the trauma and the regret and the guilt, and let yourself come back to your heart and your other awareness centers and trust them. Because that's the biggest thing. We lose our trust in ourselves. So enjoy the journey, because you've got a big one coming up. If you're not, and you already are on it, you're already touching it already, which is why you'll get this and you'll go, oh yay. Breathe. Keep coming back to breathing and come back to that space of, and use the tool, the 90-second tool, when you feel stuff coming up. Yeah. When you feel those energies coming up and you've got to process them and you're not sure how to, put your hand on your heart, close your eyes, be with that energy for 90 seconds. Just count to 90 in your head. Let it process right through. Okay? You'll be okay. Honestly, you will. Be gentler with yourself though, okay? Oh, I'm grateful for you, Edwina. Truly, truly, truly am. Oh, dearie, dearie. Hey. Tamara, it's your turn. And Christine, you are after Tamara. It's still a shock to my eyeballs. So yes, polyvagal theory, in case any of you were wondering what this was all about. Polyvagal theory. Bloody good stuff. Especially when you start putting this and trauma bonding together. Very interesting stuff. All right. Who wishes to come and play with Tamara today? Ooh, what have we got here? Oh, cool. I don't remember when I got these cards, but they're very cool. And again, just remembering, of course, that I have people who donate. That's the stuff running across the bottom of the screen. And those lovely beings who donate always get extended readings. And they always take preference. We'll see how we go for the evening. If I have quite a few to do, then the free ones don't really come up. But if you hang around and we have a little bit of time, then I'll do some poetry readings, which can quite often give you the answers that you're after. It's kind of cool. Okay, Tamara, let's check your question up there. And of course, Edwina, in case I didn't say it before, thank you so very much for your very, very kind donation. I'm so grateful for you and just trusting me to do readings for you. I know it's a very sensitive thing to do, and I appreciate that you come here and ask for me to do those readings in this platform. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So Tamara, I don't know if you've got this deck. You probably do. You have quite a few yourself, but it is one that I have. I don't know that I've used this one with you guys, which is why I'm like, ooh, maybe I have. I don't recall it much, but it is the Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Lynn. The backs of these cards are absolutely gorgeous. Melinda, is this one that you've given me? Don't know. But yeah, the backs of these cards are so pretty. Even the box is pretty, I tell ya. Look at that. It's got little ferns in there. And then on this side, it says, enter a secret dimension to discover the truth of your soul. Isn't that just so gorgeous? And then the backs of the cards look like that. Isn't that just so cute? I don't know. Pegasuses. Because there's no horn. So it's just a Pegasus. Pretty sure I got that right. Oh, wow. Yes, I did. Yes. I got it right. Oh, dear. Because what is it? You've got a Pegasus, you've got a unicorn, and then there's the third one, which is a something corn. Because a unicorn only has the horn. It doesn't have the wings. Pegasus has the wings, but not the horn. And then you've got the other one, which is the one with the horn and the wings. Oh, that's going to annoy me now. Maybe you guys can figure it out while I'm reading. Somebody Google that for me, please. You say, I believe I have them. Obviously not ones I use frequently. Oh, well, there you go. All right. So the first card that you have is the Phoenix, which is transmutation. Oh, yay. Just lean back, close your eyes, and enjoy this moment, this little story. At the edge of the forest rises a mountain. The journey to the top is long and arduous. The path has boulders and landslides that make it difficult to discern what lies ahead. Yet you climb, knowing that something remarkable awaits you. As you finally reach the top, You peer over a boulder to see a large pyre. An old, tired phoenix comes into view, its wings dragging, only to heave himself into the fire. The flames leap higher and higher as they die down. Out of the ashes arises a renewed phoenix with bright colors that outshine the sun. He looks directly at you with a fierce intensity before soaring off the mountaintop. Your life is changing, perhaps in ways that you didn't expect, but it is wildly wonderful. Transmutation is the act of changing from one state of being or one element into another. The phoenix is legendary for his transmutation in fire. In the flames, he is reborn, leaving behind his old, tired self to become a passionate, wild, free bird. Something that you might have thought would never change is changing into something amazing. It's not an ending, rather. It is a bright, shiny new beginning. Situations that seem lackluster are transmuting into fabulous opportunities. Release expectations and limited thinking, for things are not as they seem. The spirit of the phoenix says a big change is at hand in your life. What feels like an ending is really a beginning. Rising out of the flames and ashes, you are entering a new cycle. Even if it seems murky in areas, this is only the clearing before the rebirth. Hang in there, the best is yet to come. Well, there we go. Phoenix is the sign of aligned to divine, her business. So there we go. There's the best is yet to come. I think the last line on that was probably quite profound. This is a really cool reading, actually. I can tell even just from the start of the cards. Now you know why I said I was right about the Pegasus. Transcending. Grab hold of the mane. Pegasus is leaping into the sky with you on his back. You can feel the wind rush by as this winged horse climbs higher and higher, his muscles rippling beneath you. You are keenly aware of his majesty, strength, and the power. You are brought together closer and closer to the heavens. History is replete with myths and legends of a winged horse, the protector of the soul. The Pegasus represents the immortality of your spirit and the journey to the heavens. The appearance of this card is a sign. Get ready for a dramatic activation of your spiritual journey. A powerful transformation is at hand. Great things are possible in your life. Prepare yourself to fly high above adversity. The Pegasus's rise above the earthly realms offers a higher celestial perspective. Take time to meditate, and profound insights about your life will be revealed. You are asked to see the situation at hand from a higher perspective. Step away from the drama and the emotional manipulation of others. Some stories describe that where his hooves strike the earth, new springs emerge. Life begins anew. In Greek mythology, Pegasus activates and befriends the 9 muses who inspire creativity, liberal arts, music, science, poetry, and visual arts. Hence, Pegasus is symbolic of creativity. The message here is to focus on the incredible creativity, vitality, and spiritual awakening within you. The spirit of the Pegasus says, you're on a pilgrimage of the soul. It's time to transcend the weight of earthly burdens. Fly over the situations that have been pulling you down. Don't involve yourself in the drama of others. And when you remember that you have come from spirit and are eternal, challenging situations will resolve. A profound transformation is at hand. Right on track with the previous card. Some big things are shifting in your world, my dear. And I think this next card is going to give you even more insight into what is happening and how to approach it. Okay. You got the Wise Woman of the Grove. The Wise Woman of the Grove steps forward and hands you an intricately carved wooden box. This is my gift to you. Guard it well. With care, you open the box. Inside rests a perfect ruby. It sparkles in the light. This is a joy activator, she says. Hold it in your heart, and all around you, in all directions, all beings will relax and find joy in the moment. Joy is a great gift that you can give another. It is a gift of grace. When this card chooses you, you are at the event of remarkable time of ease, wisdom, healing, joy, and inspiration. Your ability to hear voices of spirit is rapidly expanding. Spirit guardians are watching over you with immense love and kindness. Being in the state of grace means being blessed by divine forces. Grace can mean having enough inner nobility that even if you know your opinion is absolutely right, you don't push the point. You're willing to drop it, knowing that in the great scheme of things, it's not that important. Besides, the Creator knows the truth of the situation, even if others don't. There are times to be abruptly, starkly honest, but this isn't one of them. Be diplomatic and gracious with your interactions with others. Speak with love and kindness. The spirit of the Wise Woman of the Grove says, you can relax and let go. Your path is guided. Spiritual nobility is growing within you. The spirit of grace is softly unfolding in your life. Kindly honor the truth of others, even if you don't agree or if you know better. The Creator knows the truth. This is lovely. If the only thing you got from this card was this beautiful box with this gorgeous red ruby, what I would suggest to you is this evening, before you go to sleep, imagine receiving that ruby and placing the energy of that wisdom into your heart and allowing it to move through your body overnight, and just enjoy the feeling of your gifts upgrading, and to know that joyousness is not something that you have to earn. It's something that is yours to have by rights. It's yours. And there's infinite joy to have in this world. And it's up to you to play with it. Or not. Your almost last card. The Eagle Spirit, Freedom. Eagle Spirit invites you onto her back, and you dwindle in size so that you can climb on. You hold on to the down beneath her feathers as she soars higher and higher. The forest looks smaller and smaller, yet you can see so clearly as you ascend above the clouds. You have never felt so free. This card indicates that it is time to break free and let your spirit fly. Be daring as you go beyond predictable behavior. Fling your arms up to the heavens in joy. The card can also appear when you have let life or others restrict your freedom. Recognizing this is the first step to reclaiming your power. Don't allow yourself to be trapped by convention or expectation of others. The truth is that you aren't here to be on this earth to be ordinary, but to step beyond the limitations and self-imposed boundaries. You have the ability to choose your life on your terms. Perhaps you aren't always free to create the exact circumstances of your life, but you're certainly able to decide the meaning to give those situations. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to break free. Hold the intent that boundless freedom surges through you, and so it shall. The eagle soars to great heights, as much as 10,000 feet or 3,048 meters, and has superb eyesight, allowing her to see from great distances. She can symbolize a need for a larger perspective on life. The spirit of the eagle says, this is the time to express yourself. Don't hold back. Choose life on your terms. Don't be trapped by the expectations of others. So, darling, just looking at these cards, you got the Phoenix, which is all about transformation, letting go of the shit, the old stuff, the things that are making you feel tired, the belief systems and things that are making you feel tired, and the energies that are wearing you out, pulling you down. Letting that shit go. And don't be afraid to do that. It's a natural part of your transformation. You're flying high with the Pegasus. You're transcending all of the old crap. That's your next card, right? You've got the grounding grace of the old woman, right? The old woman of the grove, who's also reminding you to have fun, enjoy your life. Bring it in through your heart with the red ruby and allow your wisdom to shine. It doesn't mean you have to be loud about it, but it's there. And finally, once again, they're saying, hey, this is all about your freedom. The freedom that you've been asking for all this time. You're getting it. You're creating it and you're getting it. So keep flying high, because the freedom that you can have by having a greater overall insight, especially when you start doing more of your like meditations that bring you out and away from just the small parts that you can physically see. Yum, yum. Wow, what an awesome reading. Let us have a look at your yummy card. Got some wonderful shifts going on there, darling. We have understanding. Wonderful understanding. So this reading was all about giving you some insight to what's going on right now. And even though it might be very uncomfortable and it's like, oh, I'm not sure where my head's at, like you said at the start of the show, that's a big part of it. It's showing you that you're letting shit go. And when we really deeply let stuff go, it creates a void within us. And when we, like, I find this happens for me when I do like my forgiveness, my cord cutting and root removal process. The more energy that has on it before I actually do the process, after I do it, I'll quite often feel quite flat for at least probably around 12 to 24 hours. I'll feel quite, just sort of not quite as bright and bubbly. And it's the void, it's the space, it's the lack of the intensity of that energy. And it's all good stuff, because then, of course, you've left space so that then you can fill it up with things that are joyful, and it makes you feel freer, right? So just be aware of that too, as you continue to break free of those things that are holding you back in your old pathways. There's going to be some moments where there'll be a little bit like, ugh, while your body recalibrates to this new space. Okay. Debbie just said, I just heard Madonna singing Express Yourself. So very, very, very true. And Tamara says, thank you so very much. I definitely needed the insight and the reminder. Yeah, don't we all? See? I love it. I love it when songs come through at different times, and they just seem to be just so on point, right? So on point. I get them a lot lately. But there's a lot of songs that have been coming into my head that are not appropriate. Which is so funny, because it's like I've been seeing a lot of those little shorts that lately that are talking about 90s songs that we really shouldn't have been singing as teenagers. And I'm like, yeah, those songs. They just crack me up. Alrighty, let us have a look and see what Christine has to say. I hope you're floating around. Why didn't my brother go and see Michael with the scheduled appointment? Michael was pissed. I'm assuming you mean angry. Because you're in America, I'm just assuming you mean angry, not drunk. Oh dear. Cool. Let me just grab my Why didn't my brother go and see Michael? That's a very good question. Why didn't he? Did he forget? Okay. Show me a yes. Oh, I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Sorry. We got the carnelian out today. Okay, so show me a yes. Show me a no. I love it that you guys can see this. All right, so truth. Did Christine's brother forget about the appointment? It's going around in circles. Truth. Did Christine's brother know about the scheduled appointment? Yes. Truth. Did Christine's brother choose to not go to the appointment? No. So he knew about it, and it wasn't that he straight up chose to not go there. Okay, so, and yet it was wobbly on why he didn't go. Okay, so okay. Doesn't look good for Eric since Michael texted and called him. Eric rescheduled for later time, the same time Michael waited. Truth, was Christine's brother a little bit anxious or scared to go? Yes. Truth, does Christine's brother avoid awkward or tricky situations? Truth, does he avoid situations where anger might come up? No, he doesn't. Okay, so he was anxious or worried about the appointment, and so that's why he didn't go. So it was kind of like he wasn't really, it wasn't like he forgot about it, but it was like he didn't know what the outcome was going to be, and so he avoided it. And that's why he didn't go. It's like, okay, that's an interesting choice. So I honestly think, Christine, that with that one, maybe a little bit more communication is required there, um, to help him feel a little bit less anxious about the whole process, about what's going on. Okay. Um, he's not so worried about making people angry. Um, he's more, I just don't think he quite comprehends exactly what is happening, and um, oh my God, it's the situation. It's getting the situation worse since Michael is saying someone is swindling. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, your brother's a bit anxious, and that's why he avoided. Anxious and sort of unsure. Um, so you're just going to have to try and get him there if that's what's required in this particular situation. Um, he's making choices, and it's, you know what it's like when you avoid situations. That's what he's doing. He's trying to pretend like it's not happening. That's always fun to deal with. Yay. Um, I'll just see if there's something. Okay. See what Ina has to say for you. See what you require to hear about this. He would have shown the figures and where it's going. Yeah. Well, you see, in that case, it's a thing of if he actually has to face what's going on, then he has to do something about it. Okay. And that's scary for him because he's not someone that particularly, and from what I feel from that, he's not someone who particularly enjoys actually facing being an adult and facing his responsibilities. And this is one of those responsibilities that he has to be a part of. Cool. This is what you require to know for you. Entrapment. You are letting too many things in your environment control your life. You've drawn this card because it's time for a shift in personal power. You are encouraged to take responsibility for your life and choose new ways of thinking that create change. The reality is for you to make the changes you want, need, and desire, you require a system, daily discipline, and motivation. As long as you blame outside influences for any circumstances in your life, you are powerless. It's the government, your abusive background, the interest rates, and the bank's fault. The system that many ultra successful people use is they read books every day, listen to audios, go to as many seminars as they can, practice recognizing others' achievements, and form relationships with like-minded people. Your action? Ask yourself, are the people in my life building me up and inspiring me? If not, it's time to take charge and start making change in your environment. The first step could be cutting out all negative media from your life. Another important action could involve changing your diet, cutting out sugar, food with MSG and GMO, and replacing them with fresh organic vegetables. Take a moment to say the following statement to yourself out loud. I am in control of my life. Nothing can affect me unless I choose to let it. My thoughts create my reality. Keep repeating this statement until you feel stronger. Eventually, you will believe it. It will help you to make new choices. And remember, your words and self-talk are very powerful in altering your physiology. Okay. Let us have a look at your Yanni card. Oh, goodness gracious. I just realized, Tamara. I'm sorry. Christine, come back to gratitude, okay? Keep coming back to gratitude for you. All right. Tamara, thank you so much for your gorgeous, kind donation to Find You Fridays. I am so, so grateful for you, and thank you for your continued support. And I appreciate you so much, and for you being here and making this a beautiful Friday routine for you. So, so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Christine, thank you for your donation and for being here and enjoying the space and asking these very personal, deep questions. I appreciate you so much, and I wish you all the best with everything that's going on in your life. I know it's very tricky and challenging at this time, so I truly hope that everything does work out and you continue to move forward in your life, in your career, and all of that sort of stuff. Okay. Thank you. Mwah. Wishing you all the luck in the world. Alrighty. Yay. All right. What else was coming up in that? I think it was something for tomorrow. It was the thing that was popping up, and I guess this is a message for everyone, of you don't have to do everything by yourself, and that it's okay to have help from others. You don't have to have control of everything. It's all right. And when you're in recovering people pleaser mode, sometimes that's one of the hardest parts to comprehend, is to, number one, realize that as being in people pleaser mode means that you are trying to control your environment, and therefore the people in it. And one of the most beautiful things to realize is that if you have people pleasing as part of your coping strategies, it means that you have very, very high awareness of other people's energies and emotions. And as such, it's a fabulous skill. So potent, so powerful. However, the dark side of people pleasing is that we don't like it when those energies are heightened. And so if people are angry, frustrated, disappointed, resentful, being passive aggressive and all of that sort of stuff, it hurts. It hurts the people who are highly aware and empathic. In their, inside it hurts. It doesn't just hurt the brain. So if you're somebody who suffers a lot from headaches and things like that when you're around family, it's more than likely because you've spent so much time trying to energetically shift and change the energies around you in such a way that it makes it easier for you to be there. But something that I realized today with all of that was, in trying to control people's higher, those harder emotions, you could very well be stopping them from going through to completion with those energies. By trying to make yourself more comfortable, you're possibly stopping their progression. How interesting, right? I was just like, when I realized that today, I went, wow. So part of our lesson in this lifetime is to learn how to be okay with just letting people be who they be. And if you can't, it's that whole adage of, if you can't handle the heat of the kitchen, get out of the fucking kitchen. Cool, go somewhere else. Be with people who don't make you feel like that. Find your tribe that helps you to feel calm and safe within yourself. And once you get there, you don't need to people please anymore, because it's all just about gentle love and nourishing and nurturing, and it's mutual. And that's a beautiful thing. So thank you all for being part of my tribe, for being beautiful and nourishing and nurturing, not only with me, but with each other too. Because that's one of the most glorious things about this particular podcast for me. It's not about the numbers. It's about the connection that we all have. And I really, really, really appreciate it. It's what keeps me being here every week, or at least almost every week. And sometimes you do just have to let things play out. I think that came up in one of the card readings tonight. You just got to let it play out. Be the wise woman of the grove. Don't play in other people's trauma drama. And just let it go. I have a question for you all, though. I don't know if many of you remember, but going back a few, maybe 3 years ago it might have been. I don't know if I did it last year. I think I did. Maybe it was the year before. I don't know that I did do it last year. I made the bottom parts of my hair like a purpley maroony color. Well, burgundy color. Do you reckon I should do it again? Because the cleanup is a bloody pain in the bum. It gets everywhere. But I'm thinking I might go and get some more hair dye. Completely different topic, I know. But I'd love to know your opinion. It was really fun because, of course, with my lovely sparkly light bits, it shows up quite a lot. And it's kind of fun for Christmas, having from about there down, just a nice sort of, what do they call it, a balayage moment. And you just sort of run it through and just, what do you reckon? It's kind of, the color, the deeper purpley colors here, but more of it, a little bit more reddy colors. Melinda said, I loved the color in your hair. I know the feeling with coloring your hair. Christine says, nice, holiday-ish. Yeah. I can't be bothered doing it all the time because it's like, also, if I go to bed with slightly damp hair, then I have to have a towel because otherwise I get bloody hair dye across my pillowcase, and that just drives me bonkers. Melinda said the purple magenta was fabulous. Thank you, darling. I did put up a picture of it this week as a now to then, and then to now, and I'm like, it was kind of fun. I am very seriously considering it. But yeah, maybe. I have my my Christmas do coming up for my craft class, so I could do it before then. And I've got my work do coming up on the 20th of December now. So all of those things. It might be a month of just dealing with the pain of hair dye. The one thing that I have in my favor these days is that I have industrial bleach at hand, which is lovely. So if I get any hair dye in spots in my bathroom where it shouldn't be, I can get it out. Yay. All right, let us get rid of that banner. Do I feel like doing... I think tonight we might just jump into a meditation. Today's meditation. There was a lot of different things that was flowing through my mind about today's meditation, and some of it was based around the fact that I've been working with Mary Magdalene this week. She works quite closely, funnily enough, with Kali Ma. How interesting is that, Melinda? So I was thinking about how to flow with that one, maybe. And then there's just been a few different sort of things flowing through my world, but I almost feel like the Mary Magdalene side of things has to wait for a book club setting. I'm looking forward to this book club, by the way, to actually explore this book and for me to throw my own little spin into the healing process so that we can do it together gently. And the more that comes through, and the reason why I'm talking about it now is so that you guys can start thinking about if you would like to join me for the Sophia Code journey. I'm on the 4th key code, so I'm halfway through. I'm doing one a week at the moment, and there's 8. So what I'm looking at doing in a group sense is working 1 key code a month instead, so that it's a slightly slower journey, slightly, but it also means that there'll be a joining together to do the key code, to read through certain parts, to explore it together on one call that might be about 2 hours long. And then at other points during the month, I'll have a meditation that is done for each key code. So working with the Ascended Master of that key code. And that is what feels like it's the right way to do it. And we'll have like our own private little group, Facebook group that we'll do that with, and have that as a space for us to explore and gently move through these key codes. It's an intense journey in a lot of ways, and the gifts of each of the Ascended Masters is absolutely incredible. But I also am very aware of how busy our lives are. And so I don't wish to make it too consuming of time. And so that's why I'm like, we will meet together once a month live. And then throughout the rest of the month, there'll be other meditations and stuff that come through. We can have discussions, see what's coming up for people. And just little thought topics and things like that to continue to connect. So I'm looking at starting that in getting February. So you've got a couple of months to get your book, but I'll open up the book club platform in January, so that we can start building together a group. And what I have learned on my most recent journey with the Sophia Code is that it's not just for women, it's for men too. In that if a man that you know who is already on the path of spiritual enlightenment and awakening and is ready to upgrade, they will get so much out of reading the Sophia Code too. So just keep that in mind. Who knows who you might meet along the way, and you can create a really big, beautiful friendship to you with people around the world. So yeah, these little bits are sort of dropping in, and it will be free. It will just require you to honor yourself and each other by turning up, reading the chapters and bringing your awarenesses. And the meditations are going to be to help you integrate each key code. I have been physically integrating them with the help of a very beautiful divine masculine man. He's very balanced. He's a wonderful anchor. So I know that not everybody can have that. And so I'm going to provide that same space through meditation, through our guided meditations. Okay. So that's the intention. And I'll be just gently working on that behind the scenes over this next 6 weeks, so that come the new year, we can open that space up and do these, just get going with it, because I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready. Thank you, Tamara. And Debbie, I think she said, I think it would bring you joy to colour your hair this Christmas. I think it probably would. And Christine, thank you for your donation. Let me quickly do that for you. Will my brother believe and help me when Michael finally shows him the numbers? Let me grab my other. Where are you? No, not that one. Not that one. Where are you? No. There's a specific one I'm looking for. Got it. It's hiding in the corner. Debbie, did I hear book club? Yes, you did. It's Sophia Code time. It's finally happening. I had to redo it myself first. That's why it didn't happen this year. In the open format. My higher self had another plan. Okay, show me yes. Truth, show me no. Thank you. Okay, come back to neutral, please. Cool. Will my brother believe and help me when Michael finally shows him the month? So truth, will Christine's brother believe her when Michael finally shows him the numbers? He's going to be unsure. It's not a yes, it's not a no. He's just going to be disbelieving. It's going to take him a moment. Truth, if he has a bit of time, will he, to process the information, will he help Christine? Yes. Truth, does her brother believe her at the moment? No, he doesn't believe you right now. And because he doesn't believe you, that's why he's struggling to even turn up to the appointments. Because he's like, oh, you know. So truth, once the brother has all of this information and has time to process, will he be fully on board with helping Christine solve this issue? Yes. But you're going to have to give him time, okay? He's going to be a bit hesitant because he's got to have basically a full 180 shift in his brain, because it's like at this point in time, he probably thinks that you're just making a mountain out of a molehill, that there's nothing really going on. And so he's going to have to rectify that in his head, reconcile it in his head first. So you're going to have to give him a little bit of time. Don't nag at him. All right. There's one more question that I've got to ask that I just realized. Truth. Will the brother require 1 week to process? Truth. Will he require 2 weeks to process? Truth. Will he require 3 weeks to process? No. Okay. So truth, will it be more than 2 weeks? Truth, will it be less than 2 weeks? Yeah. Okay. So it'll be up to 2 weeks. You're going to have to give him time and space to just look over everything, really shift his mindset and to get on board with you. Don't nag him in the meantime. Get him to that appointment and then let Michael show him and then give him the space. Okay? As a guy, he needs space to process, to sort shit out in his head. You're not gonna force it. So give yourself the time to go, okay, he's got the information now. Mark it on the calendar. And if at 2 weeks he still hasn't contacted you yet, because I feel like once he actually wraps his head around it, he's going to get pissed off himself. And not at you, but at the situation. And he'll be on board with you anyway. Okay? So don't give him a reason to get angry at you. Just, okay, cool. And let him come to you so that you're on the same page. Okie dokie. Thank you very much, Christine. I hope that helps, and that helps you to, have a bit more ease with this situation. I appreciate you. Thank you, Debbie. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And each time I go through these different key codes, it's like, I just get so many awarenesses, especially when I'm reading it out loud. So the process that I'm going through at the moment is that I listen to it earlier in the week on Audible, and then over the weekend, either a Friday or a Saturday, I'll read it out loud to my key code partner, and then we integrate it. We integrate it through my body, and that has been just the best. Me physically reading it out loud to someone else, there is just so much information that, number one, it gets integrated more deeply into me and my head, because now I'm not only listening to it, I'm reading it, and I'm in auditory mode, so I'm speaking it. But there's other information that just kind of keeps getting woven in, and it's like, now that makes more sense now. And I love the history part of each chapter, to explain where each of the ascended masters came from and a little bit of their history and how they came to be, and smashing a few of those, the BS that's been put up about some of them over the millennia, particularly about people like Mary Magdalene, for example. There's been a lot of misinformation put out there due to the time that she was living. It's an exciting book, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to sharing it again with you all. So, yeah. Ooh, exciting. All right, back to our meditation thinking. let us see if this does have something. Miss Magdalene, who is she of 1,000 angels. Nighty night, Melinda. Have a beautiful one. Okay, that's one just for me, apparently. Ooh, cool. Yes, this is for the collective. This is for us. And this beautiful, still got a little bit of that full moon, lovely energy floating around. Yes. All right. So the card that has come out is this card. Ooh, sorry. It's Magdalene's Portal Gateway. And this is so in the caves, sensory deprivation can cancel out distractions and cause your higher mind to come to the fore. If you can't sit in a cave, you might sequester yourself in a dark room. If you see a cloud of blue light, focus on it until an image appears. This is spirit essence radiating from source. It is so high in vibration that it does not form atoms and molecules of matter. Interesting. So we're going to use this lovely little card here as inspiration for our meditation tonight. And okay, just making sure we've got all of that sorted. Cool. And now I'm just going to pop that on Do Not Disturb so that we do not get disturbed while we are doing our meditation. All right. Close your eyes now. Take a big deep breath in. And out. Taking another lovely big deep breath in, bringing Mother Earth all the way up through your body. And a big breath out, bringing all that lovely Father Sky energy all the way down. Bringing Mother Earth and the unconditional love all the way up. And Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. Expanding out your awareness. Out beyond the planet. Out beyond the solar system. Out beyond the galaxies, and expanding out your awareness beyond the universes. Take a big deep breath in, all the way down to the bottom of your belly. And as you breathe out, becoming aware of your body and your allowance. Expanding out your allowance beyond your body, expanding out your allowance beyond the planet, expanding out your allowance beyond the solar system, beyond the galaxies, beyond the universes, and beyond your awareness. Again, taking another big deep breath in and out. And in this nice expanded out space, I'm going to take you up to theta. So now imagine that you've got bright white opalescent light streaming into your heart and moving down through your body, through your legs, through your feet, all the way down through to the center of Mother Earth, curling around the center of Mother Earth and moving all the way back up again. Through all the crystalline layers, all the way up through your body, through to the crown, coming out the top of the crown, and expanding into a big bubble above your head. Now imagine that you're inside that bubble, and now you're moving up higher and higher through the golden light and the dark light, through the rainbow jelly light clouds and the pink misty clouds, all the way up and through that opening where the bright white opalescent light is streaming through. And as you move through that opening, you keep going until you're completely surrounded by the bright white opalescent light. Please take a big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, the bubble around you dissolves. And now take another big deep breath in, and that unconditional love that is all around you right now is moving in through your body with your breath. And as you breathe out, you start to drop away any stress, any tension from your muscles. Now I'd like you to imagine that you are floating, and you're floating on a pool or a big disc of beautiful blue, aqua blue light. And this beautiful bubble or disc or pond or catchment of beautiful blue light is like a soft, fluffy cloud. You feel supported, relaxed, and calm. And as this beautiful aqua blue light radiates up through your body, you feel it contributing to you as it starts to gently working with you and whatever you're willing to release. Any energies, points of views, or belief systems that are holding you back from truly expressing yourself. It's moving away and it's eliminating and eradicating all of the stuff, all the tension from your shoulders and your back, all the heartache, shock, and trauma from your body. that you have been holding so safe because you thought you had to. And as this process is going on, Mary Magdalene steps in. She is standing at your feet. And she gives your feet a beautiful massage with oils of frankincense and myrrh. As she works her magic along your feet, you feel the tension moving out and leaving the cells and molecules of your feet. You feel the flexibility returning as the tension leaves. As she works with each foot, the warmth of her hands penetrates up through your ankles and your legs. You feel her healing energies moving up through your body as you're completely surrounded and supported by this beautiful aqua blue light. As she works on your feet, loosening up and giving you back your flexibility and your mobility in each of your joints and your ligaments. It's not only the warmth of her healing that you feel moving up through your body. You feel her joyous energy about being able to contribute to you in this way, so that you can walk forward into your week with confidence and trust that you are loved and nourished and cared for. It is not beneath her to massage your feet. She does it with pleasure and happiness because she knows just how much it is going to contribute to you as you move forward in your week to come. You feel the energies moving up through your pelvis and through your back. You feel the deeply powerful healing energies moving up your spine, loosening up all of those ligaments that have been held so tight, so that those discs in your spine can be nice and limber and spongy, and the supporting muscles are strong. Moving through all of your internal organs so that you can breathe deeply and with ease, so that your heart can pump with absolute fluidity, so your stomach can digest not only the food and things that you consume, but also digest energetically the energies that are popping up for you on a day-to-day basis, so that you're not holding on to those energies in your stomach, you're actually moving them through and letting them go. As Mary Magdalene continues to work on your feet, you find yourself relaxing deeper and deeper. And you find yourself feeling almost as if you're at one with the beautiful blue light which is supporting your body. Mary Magdalene's potent energy moves up through the chest, through your shoulders and your neck, where you finally feel all that tension moving out of your body, out of your collarbone, away from your arms, and your elbows and your forearms and your wrists, moving out of your hands and your fingers. You feel Mary Magdalene's energies moving up through your throat and your neck. And as her potent energy moves right up through your jaw and your face, you can feel all the things, all the points of views, the belief systems, the energetic cords and ties that have been preventing you from speaking your truth are all falling away now. And as her energy continues to contribute all the way up through your head, through your third eye and your brain, and your right up through to the crown, everywhere that you've made it impossible for you to speak or know or intuit your truth, your desires, to know without a shadow of a doubt that you are worthy of receiving love, of receiving support, of being nourished and nurtured, yes, even by an ascended master. You are worthy of all of this. Because we are all of the Sophia code, of the Sophia no thing womb. We are star children. And all of those ancestral pathways that have been passed down to us, lifetime after lifetime, that you are here to alter, shift, or break. You can feel all of that dripping away from you as well. All of the pressure, the strain, the guilt, the anger, the upset, the sadness of being the person who was the one here to change the direction for your family, or your friends, or society in general. Know that you're not the only one who has ever been persecuted. For even Mary Magdalene herself dealt with a lot of persecution in her life. And you too can handle all of that with grace. You feel that strength moving all the way up through your body, through your chakra centers, and flowing all the way out. You feel your own divine intuition and knowing and glorious healing abilities and ultimately trust in self flowing through every single cell and molecule of your body. And as it starts to radiate out through your chakra centers and out through your auric fields, you just feel more and more and more confident in your life and even more relaxed. As she works on your feet, you feel the safety within growing, bringing you to a place where you can just be, where you can receive you and joyfully create your life. Being able to receive the successes that you have along the way without sabotaging them. Mary Magdalene gives your feet one final little squeeze and steps away, smiling as she does so, for she knows that you are feeling so much lighter and brighter now and more confident, as well as with those around you, to create the highest, best, most successful results for everybody concerned. To know intuitively when the best thing to do is just to step away or to be quiet, or when it's time to step in and be loud and proud. And as the beautiful blue, aqua blue, fluffy cloud gently sits you up, so you are now in an upright position, you see Mary Magdalene still standing before you, smiling. And now she comes in and gives you just the biggest hug to remind you that even though she's an ascended master, she's here for you as a friend. And now you step away and say thank you, thank you, thank you. With the biggest smile on your face, you now float out the opening to the seventh plane and saying goodbye to Mary Magdalene until we meet again. Floating down through the pink misty clouds and through the rainbow jelly-like clouds all the way back through to your body, where you feel your body just buzzing with the warmth and the deliciousness of everything that you just experienced. Stepping out underneath the big, beautiful, crystalline waterfall where you feel the water flowing over and through your body. And now moving out onto the big, warm river rock where you feel the warmth of Mother Earth underneath your feet once more. Taking a big deep breath in, bringing Mother Earth energy all the way up. And as you breathe out, bringing Father Sky energy all the way down. Bringing Mother Earth and the unconditional love all the way up. And bringing Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. And once more, bringing Mother Earth and the unconditional love all the way up. Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. And this time, just before we open our eyes, I would like to invite you to perceive your heart space right now. And now send out that beautiful amount of unconditional love that is flowing through your body. I'd like you to send that out in a big burst of unconditional love over the entire planet. Not just your little town or city or country. Just imagine sending out a big, big, almost sonic wave of love over the planet. And as each of you listening right now does this, don't be surprised if you perceive the energy flows from other people moving through your body. You might get a little bit of a jerk of your body as you perceive it. You might feel like you're yawning. Enjoy receiving the love of other people contributing to you as they are also contributing across the planet. You're amazing. You all are. Beautiful. And with that, it is done. It is done. It is done. Give yourselves a bit of a hug. Maybe place your hand on your heart. And just know that you are loved and that it is absolutely wonderful to receive love and support. When you're ready, open your eyes. Have a drink of water, please, when you're ready. Working with Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene has been some of the greatest gifts of the last few years. And it makes me feel very happy that they're stepping back in on this journey with me now. And also working and allowing the other Ascended Masters to contribute to my journey, which is why I desire to bring the Sophia Code to you all next year. You're kind of getting little snippets throughout this couple of months while I'm working with her, with all of them. Please take it easy this week to come. You are all amazing, incredible beings. And just remember to be Easy the first couple of days. You're just going to take a little bit of rest. Don't be surprised if you feel a little reflective, but also acknowledge just how far you've come and keep moving forward. What do you wish to do over this next few, like 6 weeks or so till the end of the year? What are your goals? What's your plan? How can you collaborate with others and also make sure you're grounding into earth? Okay? I adore you all so very, very much, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye bye for now. And until I see you, be bold, be brave, be you, my beautiful friends. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.